Good evening and welcome to the Congo Hour. Thank you so much for tuning in. I pray that you had a wonderful day so far, and I pray that the Congo Hour will add enjoyment to your day. Um, I am alone today. Mr. Congo is excused. Mr. Congo had, I want to say, I believe it was around 20 guests from his college, West Virginia State College, which is now university. And every year they gather at a different location. And so this year, Mr. and Mrs. Congo entertained Mr. Congo's colleagues and classmates from West Virginia College. And I knew that he was going to be wore out because they started Friday and they didn't end until today. Now, Trippy, on the other hand, I am so delighted that finally I get Trippy back. My phone blew up last week about him telling fibs, saying I called him at the last minute, yada, yada, yada. Well, what happened with Trippy today, y'all get close so y'all can hear what happened with Trippy. He had, you know, that Duffy's been coming on the show, and we've been promoting his event that was coming up. And Trippy did all of this talking about him playing all. He wanted to be in the game all day long, all night long. Trippy was in the game for maybe 2 minutes, y'all. 2 minutes. So, but he says he's sore. So he's not going to be here. So he's probably home with his leg ice or what have you. But it was a fun weekend. Duffy's Hope, we started at the Christiana Hilton. He had his dinner where he honored people in the community. And I had the awesome opportunity of being his host that evening. And it was a great evening. And then on yesterday was the actual celebrity basketball game at University of Delaware. And also on yesterday, I hear that the African Festival was very nice. It was well attended. And I'm a little disturbed. I heard Chi talk about it earlier today. And I too am disturbed with the news journal. It's crazy how when derogatory things are going on in the black community, the article is very long, and I see that the African Festival got a little blog of their event, and I didn't see anything whatsoever about Duffy in the paper. So we got to do something about that. If we have to get our own newspaper so that we can report our own accurate news the way that it needs to be given to the community. And so that I don't forget, I want to say happy birthday to my baby sister, Nikki, who celebrated her 46th birthday on July the 31st. That's right, I said my baby sister who turned 46. So I'm really excited about my very first guest. This young lady and I went to grade school together back in 1970 something at St. Peter's Cathedral. So I want to welcome to the Congo Hour Lady Delisa Lewis.
Well, thank you for having me.
You're welcome. How you doing?
I'm doing well. I'm doing.
You are?
Yes.
You are. Very good. Now,
Yes.
before we get started on what you're here to talk about, your face is, what do they call it? On fleek? Is that what it is?
Yes,
it
that's
looks
the word.
awesome.
Thank
And your
you.
daughter did it.
Yes.
Let's give her a shout out.
Yes, yes, we definitely have to. Her name is Brittany Harris, and she has Be Kissed Company, and she does makeup, and she is awesome. If I must say so myself.
And you must, because
Yes.
it is gorgeous.
Yeah.
Okay, so you have an awesome event coming up.
Ooh, I can't wait. I am so excited about it. It's really hard to just contain myself. We have what we call the I Am Built for This Women's Conference coming up, and my gosh, I can't wait. It is going to be impactful. We have the greatest speakers, that preachers, teachers coming from this area. We have We have Dr. Gloria J. Lewis from True Holiness Temple in Philadelphia.
Lewis, same
Yes.
last name as yours.
Yes,
Okay.
that happens to be my mother-in-law.
Okay.
But she can bring that word and teach
Okay.
that word like no other. And we also have Cynthia Brazelton. Oh my goodness. And she's from Victory Christian Ministries International out of Woodbridge, Virginia. And we also have Dr. Dee Dee Freeman, yes,
that's my
from
girl.
Spirit of Faith Christian Center. And we have Reverend Nikki Brown, who has been affiliated with, she actually has her own company now, Purpose by Design, but she has been under the tutelage of Bishop David Evans
Okay.
for quite a while from Bethany.
Yes.
So we are I'm just in awe of the people that we have coming, and not to mention my pastor, Pastor Rob Lewis, who happens to be my husband and
Yes.
just a wonderful man of God, who's going to bring forth the word and talk to the ladies. And you got to be there, because I have no idea what he is going to say.
You didn't tell him what to talk about?
No,
Oh, okay.
no. So he's going to be speaking with the ladies from the man's perspective.
Okay.
And of course, I will also not only be hosting, but will be bringing forth the word as well. And I am just so excited, because this is a time that we have to really just strengthen and encourage our ladies. They're going through so much. They're dealing with so many different issues,
Yes.
whether it's marriage, whether it's being single, whether it's single parenting, whatever it is, spiritual growth, financial issues. They need to be empowered, and this is the event that's going to do it. This is the event that's going to give them what they need to understand that if they walk in their purpose, they can have whatever it is they
I know
desire.
That's right. So what's the date?
Oh, the date is August 21st and 22nd. It's a 2-day event. You can register online at www.transworshipcenter.org. The registration is $60. We were going to increase it, but you know what? We want to be a blessing to those, so we're going to keep it at $60.
$60 for both days?
For both days.
Okay.
Yes. So we just want to be a blessing and just impact women. That's what it's really about. If they can't get the word, if they can't get what they need, then they're at a loss, and we don't want any woman lost. We are going to change not only this region, but we're going to change the nation.
Right.
Yes.
I love the title, I'm Built for This.
Yes.
And because I personally know Dr. Dee Dee and
Yes.
love her to life, just knowing what she went through
Yes.
with her husband,
Yes.
ladies, you definitely want to be there. This man
Yes.
was left, the doctors have no idea how he made it through, what he
Yes.
made it through. So I don't know if she's going to be talking about it, but it sounds like something she might bring up.
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm sure she will
Yes.
definitely mention
Yes.
it. And again, like you said, just to have that level of faith to impact not only her life, her husband's lives,
Yes.
but those that she came in contact with during the trial, because she was built
Yes,
for it.
most definitely.
Yes,
Most
yes.
definitely. And the other good thing, Delisa, that I like is that you're surrounding yourself with awesome women. And that's very important in
Yes,
our lives.
yes.
Who we hang around with. We become
Awesome.
a product of our
Yes.
environment.
Yes,
So,
that is so
I'm excited
true.
about it.
Yes, yes. Those women are women that impacted my life from the time that I had contact with them. The first two, Dr. Dee Dee and Cynthia Brazelton, you had a women's conference years ago, and it changed my life, and it changed my marriage. And so I just received what they had to say. God used them. They were vessels that were willing to be used by him, and it changed.
Yes.
And I'm looking for the same change in the women that come through that door.
Now, where is the conference going to be held?
It's going to be held at our church at the Transformation Christian Worship Center, 240 South DuPont Highway, right in Newcastle.
Okay.
So we're not talking about traveling. We're not talking about hotel costs. We are just right down the road in Newcastle, and we just want you to come on down.
Okay, so let's go over, give them the date, the time, and the place one more time.
August 21st and 22nd. Registration on Friday starts at 12 p.m. We are going to just have you in for a couple of hours, and then we'll come back Friday night for Dr. Dee Freeman. And then on the 22nd, registration starts at 9 and service starts immediately at 10 a.m. and we will be on time, amen. And so we want you to understand that registration is $60. It is not going up to $70, though that is what the website says. And you can register online at our website, www.transworshipcenter.org, and we expect to see you there.
All right. Thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you for
It was
having
great
me.
seeing
You as well.
Yes. All right, so I'm going to take a quick break. Alvin, during the break, if you would be so kind and put Lady Delisa's information up and the website so that our viewing audience can go on to their laptops, their computers, their iPhones, their smartphones, or whatever, and register for this great conference, August 21st through the 22nd. And I'll be back with my next guest. Good evening and welcome back to the Congo Hour. If you're just tuning in, Trippy is not here with me on this evening, and Mr. Congo is recouping from a wonderful weekend with his classmates from Virginia State University. I wanted to make sure that I shared this free event that's coming up with all that's going on just right here in our city of Wilmington, with all the shootings that's going on, and just feel like I don't know, it's like if we can do something to make somebody laugh. The Bible says that laughter is good for your soul. So on this Friday evening, you want to mark your calendars, because Marcus Wiley, who is the comedian from the Yolanda Adams Show, is coming to Ezon Fair Baptist Church, 1400 B Street, which is located in South Bridge, where Pastor C.T. Curry is the pastor. The doors are opening up at 6. Now, he was here 2 years ago, and it was jam-packed. So it's a free will offering. That's right, free will offering. Marcus D. Wiley will be right here in the city of Wilmington to make you laugh. And we all need to have some laughter in our lives. So please make sure that you come. The doors open 6 o'clock, and we will begin promptly at 7. So I got a text message from Trippy that his dear friends from the Brandywine Village, North Brandywine Village Association would be here to talk about some upcoming events that they have on. So I'm going to ask these two beautiful young ladies if they would be kind and introduce themselves, and then we'll go into the interview. You've been here before talking about the association.
I certainly have.
This is about how many times you've been here? Because you're an advocate now.
Okay.
You've been here a few times, right?
Few is 3.
You was 3? Oh, okay. I just remember that you were, the last time we spoke, I just remember you being very active in the community. So go ahead. So if you would be kind of introduce yourself.
Yes, good evening. My name is Dorothy King. I'm the president of the North Brandywine Village Civic Association, located on the northwest side of Wilmington, Delaware.
Okay.
Good evening. I am Pastor Cynthia Lottie. I am a pastor over in North Wilmington, 2501 North Market Street. The name of the ministry is Glorious Kingdom Christ Fellowship, but I'm also involved in community work such as the Civic Association for the 2nd District in North Wilmington.
Okay, all right. You've been involved how many years now with the association?
I've been involved with the Civic Association for the few years,
Okay.
but I have functioned in the office of president since 2014.
Okay, all right. So you have something coming up that you want to share with our viewing audience.
Yes, we are so excited to share with you that on August the 22nd, 2015, which is Saturday from 12 to 6 p.m., we're having One Love Park Festival, where the mayor and other dignitaries will share the day with us by dedicating and doing a ribbon cutting ceremony for One Love Park that has been named in honor of Bob Marley. One love, let's get together and be as one. So we want to share that day with you. We'll have the voice of jazz, Franchon Beeks will come out to do some poetry. We have others that are lined up just to make the day exciting and memorable for those in our communities. We're doing collaborations and we are very excited about that.
Okay. And which one of you ladies want to talk about the event on the 4th?
I'll talk about it.
Okay.
Yes, we also like to invite you to this coming Tuesday night at 6:45. We're going to have a town out meeting with the Attorney General, Mac Den, and also Councilman Trippy Congo, and myself and the President, Dorothy King. She will be there. We're going to be discussing things that are happening in the community. We want the community to come out. This is your time for your voice to be heard. The only way change is going to come, we have to make changes. So we need your support as we reach out to the community on various issues such as crime, poverty, and about also coming together in unity. The Bible said, how good is it that brethren come together in unity? And the only way we're going to make change, we all have to come together because we all play a part. So this Tuesday, meet us there at 6:45. You can come early at 6:30 if you like, but we would love your support on this special event.
Okay. What area is a part of your association?
Our boundaries where Ho Ho Market is. So let me say on the west side of North Market Street that runs along Market Street to Pete's Pizza, West 27th Street. Then you go westwardly up West 27th Street until you intersect with Washington, North Washington, and go back south till you connect with Concord Avenue. And Concord Avenue interface again with North Market Street. So all that area is comprised of the North Brandywine Village Civic Association. So if today you didn't know that you belong to us, you belong to us, and we're proud to represent you, and we want you to come out. We're moving to serve as cheerleaders, to encourage you to know that you can make a difference. And we're moving to make a difference, and differences are taking place all over the city, one area at a time. We're so thankful that the park is being renovated. That brings about increase in the value of property, which is causing an apartment building that has been vacant for years. Now the owner has stepped to the plate and began renovating the property. I noticed today that we had 43 vacant properties in the past, but I noticed that some of those properties are no longer vacant. So even in the midst of being stigmatized as a high crime area, because our civic area is totally covered in red. So we are told that we are a complete hotspot that affects our insurance rates. Our insurance rates go up because we're deemed a danger. So we're moving out. We knock on doors, we walk our neighborhoods from time to time, and even as Pastor Laddie indicated, on the 4th, August the 4th, we're having National Night Out town hall meeting with Matt Dent, Attorney General Matt Dent, and friends. So we're really excited about the changes that are taking place, just to honor of someone that holds a position that would come into our neighborhood, the 2nd District, and rally around us and let us know we matter. That's what our theme is, for others to know that we matter. Even though we live in a hot spot, we care about where we live. Yes. We care, and we are promoting that where we live is a special place in Wilmington, Delaware, and we're moving to change the face of this area, and we're going to do it by the grace of God. Amen. Yes.
The other thing, prior to us coming on live, you promote education. You want to talk a little bit about that for us?
Yes. Last year, we awarded $125 to Tajay Rogers. She held a 3.7 grade point average. We did deem it necessary that you do community volunteer work, and she received a resolution from the city as well. So actually she has gone down in history for the city of Wilmington. Later in her years, she'll realize just what has happened with her. But moving currently, we're giving away $150 to any teenager that lives within our civic area that has a 3.0, that has just graduated from the 10th grade. Now, are you listening? The 10th grade, and you plan on continuing your education. So we want to give you, one person, $150 to help with your school clothing or however you deem necessary. We'll be giving out that award on August the 22nd at the block party. And we'll be coming forward with more information. We'll pass along to Councilman Congo. But get excited now. $150, a certificate, recognition, you go for it.
All right. Pastor Cynthia, before we close, do you have any final remarks?
I would just like to say that, righteousness exalts a nation, but sin is a reproach. And I just want to say that, we all have a part to play, and it is our God-given right to be involved in our community. And I think when we all come together as leaders, as citizens, and neighbors, for we are to love our brothers. The Bible says, love your neighbor. So that person that is close to you, next to you, is your neighbor. And the only way we can express love is to get involved. So we ask that you come out on Tuesday night at Shiloh Baptist at 6:45 for the town night meeting. And anyone is welcome to come. Our mission here at the association is to promote civil pride within the organization, the area, and for the betterness of quality of life, to promote education, community services, to support activities related thereof. To accomplish this objective, as association shall endeavor to serve the interests of the people. It is about the interests of the people. So we are here to let you know that life matters and we care. God bless you.
Thank you so very much. And your closing remark can be your poem.
Okay. Yes, I wanted to share a poem that I wrote over 25 years ago. It serves true today, but I want to make everyone aware that we recognize that everyone is not hooked on drugs. Everyone does not experiment with drugs, and everyone is not stuck if they have been experiencing drug use. But this poem is entitled Ascertain. Let my people go. Let my people go. Echoing through generational bondage, cries of freedom. Let my people go. Only to be enslaved by drugs, thoughts of despair. Let my people go. Let us rise above oppression. Freedom to develop our minds. We Nubians, we African Americans, where does your dream lie? In the strength of our integrity, freedom does cry and yearn to be answered. For as an eagle soars, ascertain, for there is yet a dream to come alive. Come alive, old dream, a dream of encouragement, a dream of strength, a new vitality. Oh, African Americans, let the intelligence of our intellect rise above oppression. Our men are rising with respect they deserve, that their manhood is not proven by the conquest of a lay, but by the echoes in the winds, a legacy of a proud people. Ascertain.
Amen.
Very good. Thank you so very much. You said you wrote that 25 years ago?
Over 25 years ago.
Really?
Wow.
Do you remember where you were, like?
In my living room.
Okay.
And I had never written a black poem. Everything was about God, you know. So even with that poem, Moses, Let My People Go, that still was that flavor in it. But I sat down to intentionally write a poem that didn't speak about God and worship and all that, even though the flavor was still there. It had taken me about 3 or 4 months to complete that poem, because I retired from Verizon, and Betty's still a minister. She said, Dorothy, that that poem don't sound like it's complete. So I finished, and that's the complete version of Ascertain.
Okay, thank you so much for sharing that.
You're welcome.
Yeah, all right. I'm going to take a break, and I will be back with our next guest. Good evening and welcome back to the show. I hope that you are enjoying it so far. If you would like to be our guest on the show, you can call me directly at 521-7325. That's 521-7325. And for some reason, the Congo Hour has gotten very popular. So believe it or not, I'm booking now in September and October. So if you know that you have an event coming up in September or October and you would like to come on to share it with our viewing audience, please give me a call. Not right now, but after the show, so that I can schedule you to come on. Well, today our next guests are some committee members from August Quarterly, and I was just thinking to myself, like, Uncle Moon normally comes down, but I know he's not feeling well. So if you all would please make sure that you keep Uncle Moon in your prayers for his healing. So welcome to the Congo Hour.
Well, thank you
How
so
you
much.
both doing?
I'm doing good.
Quite well.
Good. And you look marvelous. I told you that already.
thank you.
You do. All right. So if you would tell the viewing audience your name and the part that you play with August Quarterly.
Okay, my name is Pat Butler, and I'm a member of the Mother African Union Church. That's been my church for over 40 years. And I've been just working with August Quarterly, whatever they need me to do, whatever they call me to do, I'm willing to do it.
Okay.
This year I'm going to be doing some things, actually participating and doing some things on Youth Day.
Okay.
So yes.
All right.
Hi, Steve Washington. How are you? What am I supposed
And Steve, what part are you
With the
playing
August Quarterly?
August Quarterly.
I am the HBCU
Okay. All right.
college.
That was the dumbest question I've ever asked. I should have known that.
Well, when we think about it, we know that the historically black colleges and university, they came from the historically black churches.
Yes.
So we kind of put that together and see if we can bring some of our college alumni, HBCU alumni out to the August Quarterly. So my assignment was to reach out to these colleges and universities to see if they're going to come out. I'm hoping and praying that they will come out. It's a fantastic, in fact, it's a fabulous event, and it brings our community together. It allows us to work together as one to promote education, to promote success, to promote the African church. So that Saturday is going to be an awesome day. I know our part, we're going to have tables set up, Norfolk State University.
Okay.
You see how I said that? We'll be out.
Is Delaware State University going to be there too?
Delaware State
Okay.
University should be coming out. Cheney University. I spoke with Savannah State University, Lincoln University. So we're hoping that they come out.
Okay.
Some the Greek organizations, I spoke to a couple of members of Omega Psi Phi fraternity, incorporated on yesterday at the African Festival, and they said that they would be out maybe, just maybe, they'll do some of the, do a little block show demonstration.
Okay, that'd be nice.
To bring them out. So that's my job as far as
Okay.
the August
right.
Quarterly is concerned.
Now, I remember growing up that people came from all over to come to August Quarterly. Which one of you could give us a brief history on August Quarterly?
Well, August Quarterly is really what we call a religious freedom celebration. It started, the August Quarterly Festival actually started in 1814, a year after the Union Church of African Members was established. And it has occurred every year since that time, except for during the Civil War. There was a time when we were talking earlier, when it kind of went down, the audience, kind of dwindled. But thankfully, during the pastorship of Reverend Jarman, yes, Reverend Jarman. He came with a vision and a determination that he was going to return it back down to the original grounds where our church was located. Right now, our church is located where the Peter Spencer Plaza is, and for many, many years, that's where the August Quarterly Festival, activities took place. So he worked very, very hard, along with, Miss Val and Moon and Jane Gibbs and a lot of people who are no longer with us. And they worked extremely hard. And they built it back up and built it back up, and then eventually it was moved down, to the riverfront. So it has been a project that's in progress, but I think that they're doing a fabulous and a marvelous job, because they work all year. They start as soon as August Quarterly is over, they start. Maybe they take off a couple weeks, then they start again, because it really takes a lot of planning, a lot of resources, and just to stay with it, And I wanted to comment on Mr. Washington's comment about the educational aspect, because I really think that it's important that people know that when the Peter Spencer, who was the founder, when he established what we call the Spencer churches, that each church during that time, back in 1813, each church had a school, which is really significant during that time. When you think of the history of our people of color during that time. So having them, come to, with the colleges and whatnot, because Youth Day is really important. We've got to pass this history on to our youth, because they're the ones that are going to continue, the legacy.
Most definitely. August Quarterly starts when?
Well, August Quarterly actually starts on Sunday, August the 23rd. And it's going to be really exciting. Yes, it is, because we're going to be having actual services in Peter Spencer Plaza. It's going to be outside, yes.
Oh, okay.
So Reverend Dr. This is Charles Amos from the St. Paul UAME Church. He is going to be the speaker for that day. We'll have guest, choirs that will be singing, and we are going to be in Peter Spencer Plaza.
That's great.
Yes.
Okay, and then.
Well, every week, because it is a religious freedom, and we are remembering that. Every week we'll be at a different church with a different speaker, and the good thing about it is that we're going to different churches in the community.
That's right.
Okay.
So maybe you want to speak about that.
Actually, it's going to be every day. It's 5 days. It's going to be starting Monday, August 24th. There's going to be, the speaker's going to be Bishop Albert Jarman Sr., and he's from the Ebenezer Methodist Church, yes,
Methodist Church, Norristown.
And it's going to be located at, he's going to speak at the Ezon Mount Carmel United Methodist Church. On that Wednesday, on that Tuesday, it's going to be, and that's the August 25th, speaker is going to be Minister David McGruder, and he's coming from he's coming from Mount Enon Baptist Church in Clinton, Maryland, and it's going to be held at the Resurrection Center on North Market Street, Wilmington. On that Wednesday, August 26th, it's going to be Reverend Dr. Etta Robinson. She's going to speak at the St. Paul UAME Church in Wilmington.
No, she's going to speak at Bethel.
Oh.
She's going to be really speaking
at
Bethel.
I'm sorry, she will be speaking at Bethel. That's interesting that she will speak at Bethel, because on that Thursday, August 27th, Reverend Dr. Sylvester Beeman will be speaking at St. Paul. So that's interesting. So Bethelites, that means that you'll be there at Bethel for the speaker on Wednesday, and then you'll follow your pastor on that Thursday.
Yes.
Awesome. So that should be a good time in the Lord. That Friday evening is going to be the Youth Empowerment Revival service, and the speaker is going to be Minister Colby Pollard, and he's from Ben Hill.
Well, actually,
UMC
can I,
in
can
Atlanta.
I,
Yes,
yeah,
please.
can I, actually, Kobe Pollard is really from Wilmington, Delaware.
Really?
Her original church is the Resurrection Center.
Okay.
However, she has been away at college and whatnot. So for the last 5, 6, 7 years, now she is now at Atlanta, Georgia.
Okay.
So she's going to be coming home so that she can be our youth speaker, on that Friday.
I'm just
Yeah.
curious what college she's from, or what college did she attend? Would it happen to be an HBCU?
Yes.
Awesome.
All women's
There we
college.
go, right, Steve?
Smell
There
good.
we
We
go.
have to promote within,
Yes,
so the folks that are out can come on in.
Yes.
And it's just going to be an awesome time in the Lord.
Okay, don't forget Sunday. Let's talk about Sunday because that's
Oh,
when everybody
yes.
comes down to the chasing.
Oh,
Well, Reverend Dr. Frank Madison Reed, he is from Bethel AME Church, and he's from Baltimore, Maryland. And actually, Reverend Reed came to us last year. I don't remember the day that he spoke, but I do remember that he spoke at Bethel.
Okay.
Because he
Yes.
was one of my favorites. I mean,
he's an
I
awesome-
remember him. I
Yes, he's
remember him.
awesome.
So I am like really excited that he's going to be coming back to be our featured speaker, because it's really important that we celebrate this legacy, but we also have to remember what the foundation is and what it's for. So as we go forward, and we just want people to come out, to be revived,
Yes.
to come out for reunion, to remember, what this whole event is. This is a national event. I know we are the gatekeepers. You too.
Oh, yes,
We are
ma'am.
all the gatekeepers. However, it belongs to everybody,
Right.
because this
Yes.
is history.
Most
This is
definitely.
history.
Most
And it-
definitely.
We were number one.
And I believe that.
Yes,
Most
we were
definitely.
number one, and all the other people who are just as important, they came after we did, but
Right.
we were the first.
And on that note, I'm going to have to end our segment because I have our funeral announcements and I have some community news. One lady, she texted me and I said, I'll do my best not to forget. So all day I'm like, I got to remember that I have to make that announcement. But I appreciate you both so much for coming
Thank
down.
you.
We have the telephone number up on the screen. If you have any questions about any of the services that will be going on. And just to recap, it starts on Sunday, August the 23rd and ends on Sunday, August the 30th. So you can at least make one of those days if you can't make all of them. So thank you both so much for coming on. And thank you so much, Uncle Moon, for continuing on with the work of August Quarterly. Going to take a break and I'll be back with our funeral announcements, some community news, and some birthdays.
All right.